The largest open source synth project for iOS is coming soon. Ableton moves Loop out of Berlin for the first time, and Pioneer DJ announces a controller that everybody's been waiting for. Find out more coming up. Thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. Now let's get into the video. AudioKit, an open source synth development kit for iOS, is primed and ready to release their next big project. They're calling this one Synth One, and this looks to be the biggest open source iOS synth project to date. This thing has over 200 presets and 5 oscillators, along with a bunch of other really cool features. I'll go ahead and show a list of the features right here so you can take a look at this long laundry list of really cool features. Not to mention, the coolest fact of all is that this project is open source, meaning this has been made by a bunch of passionate individuals that want to just advance iOS synthesis, and that's really cool in my opinion. You know, having something where you can contribute to a synth or another project like this, as long as you have the tools and the skills, it's really cool. You don't have to, work specifically for a brand. If you just have an idea or something like that, you can contribute to this project, and that's awesome in my opinion. So I'm really excited for AudioKit Synth One to drop, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Ableton has just announced the dates for its yearly conference, Loop, and there's one big change. For the first time in the history of this conference, Loop will not take place in Berlin. Yes, that's right. Loop is making its way to the United States and will be held in Los Angeles this year. The conference will be held from November 9th through November 11th, and tickets will go on sale on June 13th. So if you want to go to Ableton Loop, or you've been dying to go and you haven't been able to make that trip over to Berlin and you're in the US, specifically if you're in the California area, I would definitely check this one out. All the previous talks and just the discussions that happen at Loop every year are really eye-opening. The talk with Jazzy Jeff and how he uses Ableton and things like that are really interesting, and I'd love to get the chance to see this in person. And now with it being here in the United States, specifically in California, I have such a better chance at going, and I'll definitely be online waiting for those tickets to drop on the 13th. And finally, Pioneer DJ kind of surprised everybody with the announcement of their latest controller, the DDJ-SX3. Now, the DDJ-SX series has been the most successful controller series for Pioneer DJ, and they made a really big jump in this iteration, I would say. For the first time ever, the DDJ-SX now has 2 USB interfaces, meaning switching over from one DJ to the next is pretty much seamless from this point on. Previously, only the Pioneer DJ DDJ-SZ, the bigger controller that costs about twice as much as the SX, was the only controller for Serato DJ that had 2 USB interfaces. Now, for the same price as the SX2, this new SX3 now has 2 audio interfaces, and that's a game changer in my opinion, because I know that there were plenty of DJs in this last generation of controllers that veered away from Pioneer over to the Denon controller that had 2 USB interfaces in it, just to make the switch over from DJ to DJ even more seamless. And I will admit, as someone that just bought a brand new DDJ-SR2, I'm kind of salty that I didn't wait for this SX3, and I didn't know this thing was coming, but man, that thing looks like a monster of a controller. And I really like the footprint of the SX series because it's not too big, but it's not too small. Yeah, it's bigger than the SR by a bit, but it's not too big where you just can't carry it in one hand under your shoulder, like that SZ that's just a monster of a controller, and you really need a case for that thing. Another cool feature of this SX3 that I really dig is the fact that they took the color effects from the SZ series and put it in this new SX3 as well. So not only do you just get the filter, but now you get noise and other, Pioneer standard color effects as well. So if you're in the market for a 4-channel Serato DJ controller, or just in the market for a Serato DJ controller with 2 audio interfaces, this new Pioneer SX3 is hard to beat, and I'm definitely tempted to pick one of these up too. So that's it for the news this week. So question of the day, do you think it's a good move on Ableton's part to move Loop out of Berlin? Go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And as always, if you found this video useful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click right here to subscribe to this channel. Or if you'd like to watch more content, go ahead and click on that video right there. And thank you for watching PDot TV, where you'll find tips, tricks, and tutorials for DJs and music performers. See you next time.